In this clip, we can see a man on a moped pull into traffic to stop it, allowing an elderly woman to cross the busy street. This act of kindness highlights the importance of helping others, especially those in need. As we can see a man tirelessly pedaling with all that weight on the back of his bike, a very generous motorcyclist used his bike to help give the cyclist a boost and a much-needed rest. This next clip shows a young kid giving money to someone who appeared to be homeless. You can see the joy on this fast food worker's face as his employees and possible boss give him a car, something that appears will help the worker get back and forth to work easier. Waiters truly have a stressful job, but you can see how much this awesome tip changed this waiter's day, as the look on her face is ecstatic after receiving such a generous tip. In this next one, we see multiple young kids show acts of kindness towards a man in need. It really shows how kind this younger generation is, and their acts of selflessness speaks for itself. As the marching band practices, we can see one awesome dad standing directly in front of the sprinklers so the band can stay nice and dry while they practice. As a man picks up all the garbage from a tipped-over bin, a generous group of firefighters decides to stop on the side of the road to help him pick up all the trash. Talk about taking matters into your own hands. A man who knows he can't wait for help decides to kick out the windshield of a car that was on fire, allowing for the passengers to narrowly escape the fury. This guy reacts extremely quickly as he sees a kid fall off the train platform with a train coming straight for him, putting his life in danger to ensure the kid doesn't get hit by the train. Talk about an act of selflessness. You never know what someone is going through in life, so it was nice to see the store worker make the man who looked to clearly be struggling, make him a sub, and even slip in some money to help out. The look on his face says it all. Kids have the biggest hearts. This little girl just willingly gave up her food so that a homeless man outside could have a meal. It's never fun to be outside in the cold, especially with no jacket. It's so heartwarming to see this woman willingly give up her jacket as she saw a little boy freezing with no jacket. This amazing person saw someone with her dog struggling and decided to get her some food and water. You can tell the lady also has a big heart, as she makes sure her dog gets food and water before she even does. It's never fun to be checking out and have your card declining for whatever reason. One extremely generous man decided to pay for her food, and you can see how grateful she was just based on her reaction. In this clip, we can see this young man receiving a new pair of shoes, which he is extremely grateful for. This man changed this young kid's life by generously giving him money as well as paying for his food. One bystander saw a man and his son sleeping on a bench and decided to give them food and money. You can see how grateful the father is by the look on his face as he feeds his son.
started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling?
This man does a small act of kindness by coming to a stop and closing the other driver's hood for them, which they may not have noticed was open. This prevents the hood from flying up while they are driving and prevents the possibility of crashing. In the next clip, we can see this lady leave a note and money in a random stranger's car, telling them to buy a box of chocolates for them. She doesn't even know these people, but is generous enough to give them money as a random act of kindness. As the couple is walking down the street, they find a wallet with what I would assume is a note inside. As you can see the surprised look on their faces when they open it up to find what is inside. Kids truly are the best. Earlier in this video, we can see a grown adult stealing all the candy just for a kid to come by later and notice the entire bowl is empty, so she refills it with her own candy. As someone is being swept away by a flood, a total group of strangers works together to save the man from being washed away. What an amazing act of courage from a group of strangers. While a woman was checking out at the grocery store, another woman decided to come up and graciously pay for all of her groceries. You can see how surprised the shopper was to see this happen. This woman walked around the city giving out cookies to people just to brighten up their days. While a mother and her son are checking out, this woman so kindly hands her a handful of money, and you can see how much this made her day from her smiling ear to ear. On this elderly woman's birthday, a young gentleman decided to get her cake that made the entire day. As you can see, the look of joy on her face when she opens that door and sees the man with the cake. This amazing person decided to give this man with special needs a handful of money to really help him out. In this next clip, this couple absolutely blows this older man's mind, making him almost fall backwards by refurbishing an older car.
Started to fall, and where were you?
This worker just may have saved this guy's life by running out onto the tracks to save a man who fell and could not get up. What a selfless act.
Because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh,
It's really amazing to see such a big group of people who don't even know each other come together and work as one to help out and tip this car and get the driver out safely. A very gracious man decided to go to this woman's work and surprise her with a brand new car for the holidays, and it's safe to assume she won't be forgetting these holidays. While sitting on the bench, a group of workers noticed two men harassing this woman and decided to step in and make sure this woman was safe. While waiting at an intersection, this motorcyclist noticed an elderly man fall and decided to get off his bike to make sure he was okay and to help him up.